Hi guys, and welcome to chapter 12, a 4-lesson chapter. You're going to do great. We're starting with measures of central tendency, which are summary statistics, like you've seen all these before, that represent middle or typical values. So when you have a ton of values, this helps you get an idea of what they mean. For example, the mean. The mean is just the average. Add them up, divide by how many you have. So let's see, if I added up all these, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I have 9 numbers. If I add them all up, I got 36 divided by 9. So my average of this data set is 4. My mean is 4. The median is going to be the thing in the middle. Now with a data set of 9, it's not going to be quite as easy. But we have to range them in order first. So 1, 2, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, 4, 4, 5, 7, 8. So the middle is going to be not 8, not 1, not 2, not 7. What is right in the middle? It ends up being 4. The median is 4. Now, if you happen to have an odd number or an even number, and like your middle is right here, it would be 3.5, right? It's whatever is in between those two numbers. So like what would be, I'm just making something up. If it was in between, if your middle was between 10 and 15, the easiest way to do it is add them up and divide by 2. So 10 plus 15 divided by 2 is 12 and a half, which makes sense that 12 and a half would be right in the middle, right? 11, 14, 12, 13, 12 and a half is right in the middle. Oh, right. The mode is the number that occurs most often in your data set. So the thing that occurs, we actually have 2 modes in this data set. So we're going to put it in a bracket. 2 and 4 are my modes. And then a range. A range is the difference or subtraction between the biggest and the smallest. So my range is 7. All right. So now I'm curious, what would happen to all of this data if I added a 20 up here in my data set? So if I added a 20 in this data set, the mean would definitely change. How do you think it would change? All of a sudden, this number got a lot bigger, and you're dividing by 10. So let's see, what would that be? 56 over 10. So your new mean would be 5.6. Your middle would still be, I think it's in between 4 and 4. So your middle would still be 4. Your median is still 4. Your mode doesn't change. Your range definitely changes, right? So because now it would be 20 minus 1 is 19 would be the range. So 20 is what we would call an outlier. An outlier will skew your data. It will make everything look like it's a little different. If you have an outlier, you want to use the median. The median doesn't change as much with an outlier, while the mean definitely changes with an outlier. Most people like averages. It's something we've all grown up with, but median, like if you ever hear median household income, median house price, median salary, it's because you have some people that make $2 an hour and you have some people that make millions of dollars an hour. So you need the middle number, not the average, because you have outliers. It's like these guys are outliers. These guys up here would be outliers, right? Outliers don't fit with the rest of the numbers. So whenever we have skewed data, we're going to use the median. And then you can also see how it is skewed. All right, so if I add a very big, the right tail is longer, there are more points to the right of the mean. If I added this big number like I did 20, that's adding a data point out here. So that means that my mean ends up being too big. My mean is bigger than my median. This is called skewed right. There are more data points on the right side. You have a tail on the right side. I chose to do that one first because 20 was skewed right. But if maybe I had added negative 20 over here, that would have been skewed left because I have more numbers down here. My mean is going to get too small. And so we're still going to want to use the median again. That left tail is longer. And if it's symmetric, the mean and the median are about the same. So it's symmetric. This is what you want most of your data to look like. This is what we look like when we're doing our test averages. Like, do we have a couple low, a couple high, but most everybody is somewhere in the middle? That's a normal average. So in the real world, you don't have to find mean, median, median, and mode range on your own very often. You need to be able to read these. You need to be able to create these with big data points. So what you are going to do is I have made a Google Sheet with grades, attempts, and the bronze points per game so far this season. And you are going to use Google Sheets to find the mean, median, mode, and range, and then answer these questions. Do there appear to be any outliers? If so, which way would it skew the data? So, no. What is most useful in the data set? So, like, are you going to want to use mean, median, mode, or range? Like, what would actually be most useful to use if you want to describe this data set? So same idea. I've got temperatures in May from last year and the bronze. I told you that already. I'm going to make a different video on how to find these. So we have our test scores, we have weather in May, and we have basketball games. Watch that video if you need help with this, if you're not in class.